Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another not so entertaining but very highly educational video. If you're watching this, you're probably in my class. You should have the grade 8 Math Makes Sense textbook. We're on 5.4 sales tax and discounts. Okay, and I just remind those of us who aren't in the lesson right now, we are filming a video, so if you can be respectfully quiet and that we don't have names, because I'm the only one who's going to be actively identified. I can be actively identified as the most awesomest, greatest teacher who ever, no, I'm just kidding. But I'm all right, I think. Anyway, sales tax. So what is sales tax? The main sales tax that we have are GST and PST, and what that is general sales tax or government sales tax and provincial sales tax. This part goes to the federal government, this part goes to the provincial government. So currently in Manitoba, I believe we have a 5% GST and a 7% PST.
7%.
Oh, well, I mean, currently at the time of publication.
Yeah,
okay?
That's in
So
2007.
because this has a chart for the sake and purpose of your assignment, run with this chart, like the answer key is going to reflect this chart. So what this means, I remember I was a little kid, I wanted to buy like this little package of little figures or whatever store, and it cost like, I don't know, $2.99, let's say. And I got all my little coins and I went, and I got to the store and they said, oh, it's like $3.36 or something. And I was like, what? And I remember going back to the cabin, we were vacationing, I'd be like, Dad, I said this much and they charged me this much. And, oh yeah, there's tax on that. And so you've noticed when you buy something for $1, they charge you $1.13. Well, that's because they charged you 5 cents GST on that dollar and 7 cents PST, or 5% of the total price and 7% of the total price for a total of 13. Sometimes you see this. This is called harmonized sales tax. Some provinces now have a harmonized sales tax, meaning they like blend it together and they just call it one tax. But generally speaking, you see this. So here's a chart. Once again, refer to this chart in your assignment, because if you go to the current ones, you won't match the answer key, and your answers will be all wackadoo, and you won't know. So let's look at a couple quick examples. Let's see. How much would you pay for this DVD in each place? Yeah, so DVDs are how we used to watch movies.
So how I watch.
Yeah.
That's how I watch movies.
Who watches DVDs at home?
Sometimes.
Good.
I also watch
Well, great. When you have grandkids, you can say, in my day, we would put the DVD, and your kids will be like, wow, you're old.
Oh.
What? Someday you will be old. Except for the really reckless ones of you. Then you won't. We'll see.
I even watch VHS.
Yeah. All right. How would you play? Okay, we're going to move on. How much would you pay for this DVD in each place? So let's take a look at this DVD. It says it is $25.99, and we're supposed to find out what it would be in Nunavut, Saskatchewan, and Nova Scotia. Which, by the way, I understand Nova Scotia just outlawed plastic bags. Did you hear?
Woo!
Yeah, woo! All right, so let's take a look. So we've got Nunavut, and in Nunavut it says no PST, but there's a government sales tax for goods and services tax of 6%. So I need 25.99, and on your show me board, I want you to write what I need to time to get my right answer. What do you think I need to put into my calculator? There's 6%. Okay, there's 6% GST. And I want to know, when they ring it up, what am I going to pay in total for this DVD at that time?
I didn't put a total.
Very interesting, very interesting. Okay, I'd like to show a few. Here, can I show a few? We're just writing, what did we, oh, don't erase that yet. Here, let's see, okay. So we got this. Okay, so 0.06, thank you. Okay, so how many of you are thinking this way? Awesome. You guys are really smart. But you know what? You're making a smart mistake. Grab your calculator. I want you to tap that into your calculator. You got 25.99 times decimal 06. Woohoo! I'm only paying $1.56 for that DVD.
You have to add that together if you want the full thing. You need this.
Oh!
Order of operations.
Wait, you mean $1.56
Plus.
is just the tax I gotta pay.
Yeah.
Oh! Well then, what do I need? What did I need right here to multiply? Somebody's got it.
Oh.
Just write it up. You got it.
I know it.
Now you got the tax. You've got the tax. But you're onto something with those parentheses. We'll go back to that. Okay. Do I have to pay 100% of this price plus the tax?
Yes. Yes.
Wait, you mean I gotta pay 100% of this price plus the tax? You guys just made my day. I looked across and you were like, that was awesome. That was awesome. That should be a GIF on my phone. Yeah, I know, right?
That makes so much sense now.
Okay, so literally, you know what happened? I was thinking of this the other day. I was watching SpongeBob with my children because, yes, I watch SpongeBob and you should too. Sandy got really smart and they didn't like it. So they put themselves in a tiny spaceship and they were going through her brain going pew, 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 pew. And they were firing connections in her brain. Because right now, when you went, there were two spots in your brain. And one part was, I know 100% of a number is 1.0. And another part went, well, and I know the tax is going to be 0.06. And then I showed you that and you went, oh! And they connected. Your brain literally grew just now. And luckily, SpongeBob does not have a mini spaceship flying through your head trying to destroy that little connection. So, what we need to do now, if we stop right now, that connection will weaken and break. But if we do it again, it will strengthen and go stronger and maybe even make additional connections. So let's do a little more. Okay, in Saskatchewan, it says Saskatchewan 5 and 6, so the total would be about 11%. So think in your head, what is decimal that's 11%? So I need $25.99 is the price, plus 100% and 11% equals. Okay? Now when I put these in, let's see if this sounds reasonable. I go to the till, let's go in Nunavut, and I put $25.99 times 1.06, bing! That says $27.55. Does that sound like a reasonable price to pay?
Yeah.
Okay, and then here, it's gonna be a little more here, isn't it? Because we've got extra tax. Okay, so $25.99 times 1.11 is 28.84. So I guess we'll 848. Oh, 848, just round up. There we go. All right, what does this cost in Nova Scotia? Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. I want to see that on your board. That's Saskatchewan. I agree with your Saskatchewan number. Yes, Charlie.
They have a harmonized sales tax.
They have a harmonized sales tax. They do, so they got it meshed together. That was that harmonized. And that's in Nova Scotia, 14%. 14%. So if I need 14%, let's see, I'm going to go $25.99 times 114%. I agree with you. I agree with you. That is 114% as a decimal times 114% equals 29,628. So I'm going to round up. Bam! You got it. You got it. You got it. Oh, you just rounded up to 30. Tisk, tisk, you know better. You know better. You just didn't want it right more. It's Friday. It was Halloween yesterday. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. How many of you guys are like, where are you on the spectrum?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, oh yeah. Well, you guys are Kool-Aid Manning this. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I love Kool-Aid.
All right, let's just check our time on the lesson. Okay, we're at 10 minutes, so we got just a little bit of time. Let's get a nice example going. Let's see. A video game in Vancouver is discounted by 30%. Its regular price is $27.99. Calculate the sale price of the video game before taxes. Okay. So here is the price of the video game. It is $27.99. And it's discounted 30%. It's discounted 30%. So am I paying 100% of the price? No, I'm not paying 100% of the price. Now I'm going to show you what Jimmy wrote. You might like this. That's what Jimmy wrote. And we know Jimmy, usually he's kind of impetuous. He does things a little wrong. You know, like for example, just yesterday, Jimmy was being super reckless, and now I can see Peter is injured. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, that's so Jimmy.
That's Jimmy. Is Jimmy kind of smart about this?
Yes.
He's kind of smart, isn't he? He's figuring out what the discount is. And some of you are now showing me on your boards, yes, yes. Oh, I see what you did there. Hold on to that. Don't erase it. I love it. Okay, great. Can I show yours? Can I show yours? Okay. Okay, I want to show you guys this one first. This did 0.7. I see some thumbs up. Yeah, so we're going to pay 70% of the price because it was discounted by 30%, right?
Yeah.
And then we need the answer. And then look what this person did. They schooled on Jimmy, didn't they? Yeah, so like Jimmy had it, and then Jimmy showed it to Helga over here, and Helga said, oh, Jimmy, you made a smart mistake. You figured out how much the discount should be. So they figured out what that discount was, and they took it away from the total price. Now this comes in handy a lot, because you know what you often see in the store? You see this. You see this price, and then it goes 30% off. Like this, right? Sometimes it says prices as marked, sometimes it doesn't. So that's the regular price. I want to know if I've got enough for it. This is where Jimmy comes in handy, because I go, well, what's like 30% of that, and then take that off. So that's a pretty smart way to look at it. So there's a couple ways you can think about these questions. Let's see, what's the third example? Price of a backpack is $10.50. This is 30% of the selling price. What is the selling price of backpack? Okay, so let's turn this on its head. What we're going to do now, this backpack is $10.50 after discount.
Oh, after.
It is 30% of the regular price. So it's Boxing Week, it's after Christmas, this backpack's on sale. It was like 70% off on Boxing Week, and you really wanted it. But then you got to the store and it was now regular price. I want to know, what does it cost now? I'll pause. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's our reveal. So we need probably, if 30% of the price is $10.50, 1, 2, 3 and a bit. So my estimate is 35. So if I take this, if I find out 1%, I could find out 100. This is just like last week's assignment. So if I cut this into 30 pieces, or if I took $10.50 and cut it into 30 pieces, then I get that. So that means 1% of the price of this backpack is 35 cents. Wow, look how bang on that estimate was.
That's what I thought. That's what.
It's the same as last week's assignment. All right, I'm gonna stop it there, Rod.